many of you know Hulon and maybe even been there.
Who?
Rabbi Zamir Cohen. He grew up not in Hulon, sorry. He got married to his father is Bukharian.
His father?
His father. His mother is Persian. His mother is Persian. He goes to his in-laws on Shabbatot. You give kavod, you go to the in-laws also. Where the in-laws live? In Hulon. Now you should know, he was a big posek. He has books on the halachot, very high level. Big posek. As he is being in Hulon, he sees there's so much interest in the people about, Torah. They have no clue what this Torah is. They always feel, Shabbat is such a hard day, and Kashrut is so bad, and all this religion is such a hard thing, and because of that, they don't do anything of it. So he says, he starts speaking to people, like in school, you speak to this teenager and that person, and this teenager, that person, and it develops so slowly, it becomes a whole group. He says, wow, look at this. And then he asks the rabbi, should he continue that way to bring those people back, or should he continue in his studies, which is the posek way? His brother is the head rabbi of Bedin Mamonot of all Israel. גאונים הילדים שיש שם במשפחה הזאת. ממש אדם חכם מאוד in halakha. The rabbi told him, God gave you a talent to ledaber. That's what he called his organization, Hidabut. He gave you a talent. You have to speak. This is your mission in life. Here and there also put some time for the Psak Halachot also. So Baruch Hashem that ever since he went that path, it blew up. So he wrote also a book on Chinuch Yeladim. So I took a few pictures. I don't know if it's legal or not, but probably is
What's the translation for Chinuch Yeladim?
Chinuch Yeladim is education of kids. And that's all Chanukah is about. Chanukah is from the word Chinuch, which is the light that you pass over to your child. That's the torch that we gave all the way from Abraham Avinu, that we're passing it over, the Judaism over and over to the next generation. That's what all Chanukah is about. So one of the main things that people ask all the time is how to deal with chutzpah, which is brazenness, whenever the child is brazen. How we deal with this? So he writes over here like this: אחד ההתמודדויות הקשות שהורים וחכמים רבים מתקשים להתמודד עמהם, ובעיקר נבוכים בשאלה כיצד להגיב. What should you answer whenever your child is חוצפן, is answering with chutzpah? הקושי הגדול להתמודד עם דיבור חצוף של ילד או עם התנהגותו החצופה נעוץ בתחושת העלבון האישי של המבוגר מהתנהלות הילד ומהחשש באשר לעתיד עד היכן הדברים יגיעו. So it says there is two things what bothers the parents a lot is, first of all, he disrespected me, but this he can handle, he can get over it. What is more frustrated because of, deep inside his mind, listen to this, is because you worry about what's going to be with his future tomorrow. It's more about that you care about your respect than you care about his future tomorrow. So it says, and because of that, you don't know what to do. You don't know should I just forgive my kavod? Okay, I forgave my kavod, my respect in the story. But what about his future? This I cannot settle for. My kavod I can settle. What about his future? שהרי ילד חצוף עלול להתייחס בחוצפה לכל תוכחת מוסר, אפילו לעונש. Even if I'm going to put him in עונש, sometimes it's not going to help. We're talking especially with the kids that are a little bit with koach already. The 12, 13, 15, 14, they already have some koach to answer and to fight back and to answer back. What are you going to do in this situation? אולם במבט פנימי לנפש הילד בשילוב התבוננות בגורמים שהובילו אותו למצב של חוצפה, יובילו לאיתור דרכים להפסקת תופעה קשה זו ואף למניעתה מראש אצל אחיו ואחיותיו. יש לזכור שהילד מטבעו, and this is an important line, אינו חצוף. You hear this? A child by nature is not חצוף. How do you say חצוף? Brazen, I think, right? In Russian English? חוצפה זה brazen?
Brazen?
Disobedient?
No, отвечает обратно.
Answers back.
Answers back, but how do you call this? Brazen, right?
Brazen?
In Hebrew, in Hebrew is a chutzpah. So it says you should know by default, children, by default, born, not being chutzpanim. It's a very interesting line that he said here. Guard?
God, G-A-L-L, God.
אוקיי? כדי להתחצף בזדון כלפי מבוגר, עליו בשלב הראשון להתעלות מעל עצמו ולהתנהג נגד טבעו. For a child to go ahead and answer back to his parents, it's against the child's nature. Yes?
So you're saying we're making them do it?
So let's see, he says, where is it coming from? But it means to say he was not born with that. So certain people think, okay, I got bad children. I have to handle that. Until they're 18, 19, they're going to get married. That's it, I'm done with them. That should not be, he says, the mindset. The mindset is, you should know, look at the child, that the child is not a bad child. He's not a bad boy, he's not a bad girl. She's not a bad girl. רק לאחר שראה דוגמה בעולמו הפנימי וכיצד ידע שלא מדברים כך עם ההורה גם לא בעת מרירות ותסכול אם מעולם לא שוחחו איתו על כך ולא לימדו שכך לא מדברים לפיכך דוגמה אישית שלילית של חוצפה והעתיק אותה. So the source of חוצפה רבותיי comes to the children because they saw it by another child.
A child or parents or adult?
Or by another, somewhere else. Could be child, could be parents, depends who we got it from.
YouTube.
Yeah, today we have also the media that they can get it there also. או שגילה שדרך תוקפנית זו מסייעת לו כמנגנון לשמירת כבודו האישי. Second reason he says that the child can pick up being chutzpan is because he sees it works. When you are quiet, nobody cares about you. When you make noise, when you answer back, when you cut deals with the parents, oh, see, I got my things done. So the child, Abotai, is born with, we're looking at him, hi child, what does he know? Oh, says Rav Zamir Cohen, no. He is thinking right now how to get whatever he wants out of you, and he knows there is buttons he can press. So since he saw that this child, this parent, this mother was very brazen when she spoke to the principal, when she spoke to her friend, when she spoke to the client, he says, wow, mom, you're very aggressive, even though he doesn't say that. But whenever the mom spoke to the neighbor, whenever the father spoke to the client, nicely and things didn't get well, and then they picked up the gear, to the next level, and the tone already was different, the attitude was already different, suddenly the client paid. Suddenly the thing got through. So you see, whenever things doesn't go your way, you gotta make it go your way. Being chutzpah. So it's very important, Rabotai, sometimes we in the adult world has to remember, if I have a phone call right now that I'm going to give it to him, find a different room, find a different location. Make sure that the way you're going to speak right now, it's not going to be next to your kids. Because whatever, even though you got your $5,000, $10,000 out of this guy, out of the nasty behavior he did, you got it. And you say, Rabbi, that's the only way. I spoke to him nicely, text messages, phone calls, emails. He doesn't give the whatever he was supposed to give. So I got to go in a nasty way. That's, you see, it works. Last time it worked, and the time before it worked. So I got to do the same thing. If you got to do it, it's up to you. But don't do it next to your kids. Because even if you got right now $5,000, $10,000, tomorrow the headache you're going to receive from your kids does not worth the $5,000, $10,000. You're going to say, leaders, the $5,000, $10,000, bring the wheel back. Rewind the recording. It's already too late. You already picked up on your chutzpah. So you have to remember, if there is something goes chutzpah with your children, he picked it up from someone. And whoever is most time with, which is home, most of the time, or school, depends whatever your child goes to. או שגילה שדרך תוקפנית זו מסייעת לו כמנגנון לשמירת כבודו האישי, או אפילו להשגת מה שרצה. Not only that, is sometimes the child is lack of confidence. The drive for chutzpah is lack of confidence. He thinks that because the parent always said that he's a lowlife, he brought 70 on the test home. He says, Abba, I got 70 on the test. Ima, I got 70 on the test. If the Abba or Ima at that moment are going to put him more down, So he feels deep inside very weak. And every entity in the world wants to prove how strong he is. Men or women. How successful they will be in this world. In order for the child right now to prove the opposite of whatever his father said, you lowlife, you loser, tupoi. I know how many times I heard it from parents. One time, somebody, listen to this, how mistake he did. One time somebody comes to me and said, Rabbi, you gotta learn Torah with my kids, with my child. Okay. I told him, bring him. Rabbi, please help me, I have to save him. Okay, bring him. He comes. I prepared a topic, interesting for his level, not something hard. And the class went so well. We felt such a good chemistry with each other. And the father was there also. I told him, Kol hakavod for coming. I'm trying to boost him up, the child. Well, the father says, 1 hour we sit together. Of course he's gonna come. If you pay me $100 an hour for coming, you wouldn't come?
Killed everything.
I said, what do you mean? I said, he wouldn't come just for that. I bribed him. I told him, you come, I'll pay you $100. Now he says it to me next to the child. What did he just did right now? I said to the child how good he is, and now we reveal the true face of the child in my eyes. He only came for the money. $100, not 10, 20, $100 to come for 1 hour to learn with the rabbi. Yes, Baruch Hashem. But now, I didn't want to say something to him next to the child because now I had to kill his kavod in front of the child. You have to know what to say right now. You for sure would do it even not for the money. He's a good boy. I had to flip it. The respect of the children is number one. Today you're going to disrespect them. Tomorrow they're going to answer you back. The kavod, says Rabbi Zamir Cohen, of the child, it's if he feels he's mechubad, he's respected, he's not going to allow himself to speak in a disrespected way. Even if you're going to pinpoint the problem, you say, listen, that's not the way you talk. This is disrespectful. Who cares? I'm not respectful in your eyes anyway. The other day, whenever grandma came, Savta came, what did you tell me? Tell me, another 70, when are you going to be Ben Adam already? When are you going to bring me 100 like your brother, older brother, like the cousin, like the neighbor? When you said such a line, especially next to others, you destroy the child's kavod. From now on, doesn't care what he's going to do right now. He's going to be punished, he's going to be beat up, he doesn't care. He's going to seek for his kavod back. And usually, especially if they are in the teens age, the respect that they will gain after such a downfall in the house is on the streets. And then you say, Abba, Rabbi, I don't know what's going on. 2 o'clock in the morning, she's coming back, he's coming back. What's the reason they're coming back at 2 o'clock in the morning? Because over there they get respect. Over there he does shtuyot with the car. Over there he does shtuyot with the boys, with the girls. He hangs out, he does things, crazy things. And everybody clapping and everybody laughing. Oh, you are a guy, you are a boy, you are a friend. Avi, where did he start? Where is his interest in the gang? Where is his interest in 2 o'clock in the morning hanging out? When he lost his respect, when? By one sentence that we said next to the grandma, that the child is bringing only 70s home. You understand how important it is? Where are we heading? This child growing? Small mistake. And David HaMelech says, כחיצים ביד גיבור, כן בני הנאורים. It says, like an arrow in the hands of the gibor, of the hero, like an arrow, that's however your children, ken bnei haneurim. That's the way the children are. So what do you mean? It says, if you made a small mistake with the arrow, you moved one angle. You're supposed to head this way, you made one angle to the right. Not only that you miss the target, the further that arrow will be, the further he will be from the target. So if you miss the target by one angle, Rabotai, small mistake you did. In 10 years, it's a total different way that you wanted to get the child, your daughter, your boy to get to. So whenever we speak next to the children, or we speak with the children, you have to constantly think. Your child made in bed. Many times they make in bed, the children. Mommy comes to the bedroom in the morning, she wakes them up, and she sees the child made in bed. What does she make? A whole commotion? Oh, again you made in bed, I'm tired already to wash your thing, your mattress already smells, stinks, Hashem Yerachem, I'm tired of it already. If that's what she said, the other children heard it. The grandma Savta Lopo, but the other children heard it.
Embarrassing.
They feel disaster right now, the children. The child, they feel disaster.
They're gonna make fun of them.
Then, after they feel disaster, they're going to try to achieve their kavod back. And achieving their kavod back will be by doing all the things that you don't want them to do. So Chutzpah Rabotai, says Rabbi Zamir Cohen, starts because of the parents at home. Very shocking words. Avi, ידעת דבר כזה פעם? הוא עשוי לאמץ אותה כדרך חיים. It said, and after he saw that it worked one time, it becomes a way of life for him. כלפי הוריו וכלפי כל אדם. Towards his parents, towards any person. Until he's going to develop a rude attitude. עד שיבוא המבוגר הנבון וידריך אותו באופן מושכל. ישיב לו את הכבוד האבוד, וישיב את עצמו אל מצבו הטבעי, להתייחס בכבוד ובדרך ארץ לאדם המבוגר ממנו. When is it going to go back, he says, to the right path? That child, when is it going to go back to the right path? Whenever an adult down the line is going to meet him up, and is going to give him respect. And you see how many times kids go to public school. How many times they get down in the public school because all the goyish world is all about how good you are and how bad others are. That's the whole goyish world. I'm the guy in the club, I'm the guy in the I don't know how you call these things, in the neighborhood, all the shit that I'm the guy in drugs, I'm the guy in the girls. He's always has to be the one and others are no one. That's the goyish perspective about life. So they being pleased down in the public schools. Then one Kiruv rabbi comes over and he starts teaching them, hugging them, kissing them, you good, come over here, you're doing this good. They're being, somebody cares, I'm good. He goes the right direction. How many times you saw this, Abi? That they go to the bad places, and then somebody comes over, and he gives the boost to the child, seeing in him the good things. Not that he's saying you are stealing and it's good. He's paying attention to his positive things of the child, this boosting up his kavod, and from now on he doesn't want to do bad things anymore. Today I get a phone call. 2 kids, 3 kids. Rabbi, can you please help me? I really, really want to go to yeshiva. I'm tired of public school. Lama? He said, Rabbi, I realized that the public school is so bad for me. I'm not going to get anything done over there. I really want to be like you guys, a little Gemara, a little Chumash. I was like, wow, what a words I hear. Music to my ears. What's the reason? He'd been coming to a class a few times, and I all the time say, Kol HaKavod that you're coming. I'm sure you could have done a million other things when you are coming to the shul. Somebody is giving him that respect. He feels that he wants to continue on that path that you are, whoever you are. So if you want your kids to go your path, make sure you give them the respect. Even if they made in bed, don't let other sisters and brothers know. Even if they brought 70 home, don't let other sisters and brothers know. Always try to say, if I would be him, would I want others to know that I made in bed? If I would be him, would I want others to know that I got 70 instead of 100? So they treat him as you would treat an adult. Whenever you understand that, the confidence of the child will be higher. When the confidence of the child is higher, he's not seeking to answer back to an adult to show how strong and how smart he is. By default, he'll be already more respectful to others because he is being respected by the parents. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.